Sports Connection, sponsored by Sterling Chiropractic.
Welcome back into Sports Connection. I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. I know I did. I'm not a turkey person. I eat chicken and ham, but whatever, turkey day, chicken day, whatever you want to call it. I am Caden Gaylord Day. Here with me is Mr. Brian Webb. Sir, how you doing today?
Thank you, Pilgrims. We really enjoyed Thanksgiving. I'm good, man. We got high school football. I can't believe it's wrapping up, and we got one in it to win it.
The finale is almost here, but we had the semifinals this past Friday, day after Turkey Day on Black Friday. We got two teams playing, so we'll start down here in Warren County with the Bowling Green Purples. They advanced to the 5A state championship game after they beat Owensboro 38-6.
Well, we'll talk about who they're going to visit up there at Kroger Field. But Deuce Bailey, looking like the veteran that he is, 18 for 29, 263, great postseason yards there. He carried it 5 times for 2 touchdowns and 30 yards. And then Travie Barber doing his thing, 8 catches, 71 yards. Huddleston with a big rushing TD. This team is poised and ready to go, Caden. And, this Owensboro team, really a good team, but Bowling Green just disassembled them, man.
I agree. I mean, it was Bowling Green from the beginning, basically, and all the way to the end. And the thing is, for me, is this Bowling Green team, they've been facing adversity all season. Before the season even started, they lost Easton Barlow, who was supposed to be one of their top 2 receivers, but you lose him, you lose C.J. Sweeney throughout the season with a spine injury, and so that's 2 out of your 3 top receivers right there that you're supposed to have this season, and yet they are still on their way to a championship game. So the fact that they have been this successful, this dominant, and with dealing with all these injuries, it speaks a lot to Coach Spader and his coaching staff in that team.
Oh, no question, man. They got a heck of a staff over there, starting with Coach Mark Darth Spader. But the Jaguars of Cooper, 12-2, they're going to be facing up there at Kroger Field. In the middle of September, this defense got a whole lot better for Cooper. They I'm not going to say they came out of nowhere. They've been solid pretty much all year, but the defense really started figuring it out, and it kind of led to this run they've been on. And the Purples, and you look at this and you think, Cooper, are they just glad to be there? You know, they've made it. So once you get there, the gas kind of runs out early, because the Purples coming off a finals game last year, they lost the championship game, I think, to Frederick Douglass. But so that, here they are, Deuce back again. It's kind of hard to beat a team on a roll like the Purples, and coming off last year's loss. So, big time game coming up, but I like the Purples in this one. Going to roll 44-23, get their 8th title.
Yes, sir. But then we did have one more team play up in Hart County. The Raiders' historic season that they had this year comes to an end after falling in a hard-fought battle against Bell County 30-28.
Caden, Bell County, just incredible team, and I call them the record book Raiders. The magical season, like you spoke of there. Great game the other night, though. I mean, they did all they could to win it. If I was Coach Chad Griffin, I guarantee you he's patting them on the back, telling them what a great job they done. But Jacob Shoulders, 6 of 11 in this one, 116 yards, very efficient, 2 TDs, and he had a 2-point conversion. He threw those 2 TDs to Rexroth there, Clark Rexroth. He had 61 yards to go with it. But Hunter Monroe, 16 carries, 148, 2 touchdowns. Bell plays 13-1 Christian Academy of Louisville, and their only loss was to Lexington Catholic, a team that you know well. And listen, this game the other night, you got to give it to Bell County. I don't know if you know this or not. It's not official, but their running back Daniel Thomas did he not only break a 1961 or so record for rushing here in the Commonwealth. This young man leads the nation in yards rushing. He had 41 totes the other night against Hart County, 236 yards, 4 TDs. Big Daniel Thomas. That's what it was. Hats off to the Raiders.
Congratulations
what amazing
on
season.
A great season. I mean, just up in it each week, making history each week. Congrats to them. You should not be ashamed of anything.
No.
So hold your head high. Great season. And so for our 5A championship game, Bowling Green will play against Cooper, like we said, next Saturday in the 5A state title game. Now, Cooper, they beat Collins, Scott County, Southwestern, and Highlands to get to the championship. They were supposed to lose to Scott County. So the fact that they've got here, you can't underestimate the Jaguar squad. They've beaten a bunch of teams that they weren't supposed to beat. So we will see what happens down there in my home city of Lexington at Kroger Field next Saturday. They played the latest game once again at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, 7 o'clock Central Time. next Saturday down at Kroger Field. The Purples versus the Jaguars. We will see who pulls this one out. Well, then we'll transition real quick to WKU football. They closed out the regular season with a 41-28 win over FIU. The Tops finished with a 7-5 regular season record.
I hope you had the over. Yeah, no, I can't wait to see where we're going to end up. I think it'll probably be in the tropics or something like that.
I've heard a couple different things.
For our bowl game. I'd love it if it was the Music City Bowl. That would make sense on December 30th, the short track down to Nissan Stadium. But we'll see. But, congrats. And I think it could have been a better season. Yeah. But some great talent, and they were fun to watch.
Absolutely. Well, then, real quick, in the battle of the Bluegrass for the Governor's Cup, the Kentucky Wildcats beat the 10th-ranked Louisville Cardinals 38-31. Nobody believed in the Cats. The Cards were the 10th-ranked team in the nation. They needed this game to keep their college football playoffs hopes alive, and they lost. I'm being unbiased.
Ray Davis. Can you imagine stopping that guy? But for Braum to lose a game like this, I got to think that he wasn't all in here, knowing that he's going to the ACC championship with the Card.
I can't say
surely
that.
Surely not.
That's the biggest rivalry of the year. Everybody wants to win that game. But, yeah, the Cats pull it out. And Mark Stoops stays UK's head coach, despite some people think he was going to Texas A&M. So it was a good weekend for Cats fans, and including myself. So I love that.
Is that quarterback Jake Plummer's boy? Remember Jake Plummer?
I do not.
Yeah, he was quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals many moons ago. I just wonder if that's his kid. I need to look that up.
Well, don't go anywhere. We have a great show for you today, starting with the Barron County Trojans right after this break. Keep it here on Sports Connection.